Gianni the Greek has never had a losing calendar year at WagerTalk and holds the following all-time records. Number 1 all-time in total profit and boxing. Number 2 all-time in college football, golf, soccer, and WNBA. Number 3 all-time in NFL, MMA, CFL, and tennis. Number 4 all-time in the MLB. And number 6 all-time in NHL. Right now, you can lock in 120 days of plays for the price of $90 for a limited time. Head over to WagerTalk, save yourself close to $400 off the regular price, and bet alongside Gianni for only $6.24 per day.
All right, Gianni the Greek back with a little college football gold. Now, real quickly, in case you haven't been following me for long, for the non-bet on it fans, I move a lot of steam. All multiple sports, different markets. That gives me access to a ton of information. I provide accounts for these groups that I have confidence win long term. I take a percentage of these accounts, so I hope they do well year after year. They've done so. Now, I take that information, and where I think there is still value, which took me about a decade to learn, I pass on to subscribers. Historically, it's done well. I've turned the profit 7 straight years and currently number 1 in profit at WagerTalk in 2022. I say that not as a way to tout, and this isn't even arrogance. My confidence comes from the fact that I know I win long term, and it's not the only way to win. There's a lot of ways to get it done. This is what works for me. I'm not a teacher, I'm a student. And as I learn, I try to pass on to other guys like I was passed on to me. And hopefully it helps other men and women who are learning the bet to learn the bet the right way to at least increase their ROI or lose a little less, even if they're doing it for entertainment. So there's going to be a lot of information condensed in a short period of time. I'm not going to waste time going over a bunch of stats and nonsense that's regurgitated from other sites. I do it quickly. As games come in, as steam comes in, I have what I call my key confirmations. In college football, there's only 3 metrics I look at. If those boxes check, I bet it for myself on top, and I move it on to subscribers. In the NFL, there's 4 boxes. If they check, I do the exact same thing. I can't share all those metrics. I'm sorry. That's proprietary. But I will say in NFL real quickly, 2 of them. I'll give you 2 of the 4. And the second highest one is passing success rate. That has the second highest correlation of all the metrics I use to winning, and the other one, expected points added. So those are some of the factors that go into especially the NFL. And with the college football, I use a lot of power ratings from sources I trust. Now, let's start real quickly. We're going to go through the board. Friday night, not much steam on the signs, but sharp action under 54.5 in the Virginia-Syracuse game. We're going to move on to Saturday. Get your sheets. We're going to go through the board. 3:15, Northern Illinois, Kentucky, under 54. Drop down to 3:19, UMass Temple, UMass +9, under 44.5. Drop down to Notre Dame, North Carolina, game 324. North Carolina +1 and the under 57.5. These are the numbers, the groups I moved for got down at. And there's still value a lot of times, even if the line moves. But if it moves too significantly, obviously the value's been extracted. The further away it is from the number, the less risk you want to take on because the less of an edge you have. So the goal is to bet good numbers. Move on. Maryland, Michigan. We went over 62.5. Then Penn State, Central Michigan, game 331. We went over 60.5. Next game, right under that, 333. Georgia Tech, Central Florida, over 55. Keep going, baby. We're dropping all the way down to Ball State, Georgia Southern, over 66, over 66.5. They started betting that, the first group, at over 61. So that's another example where even though it went 62, 63, 65, at 67, 66, another group came in. At 66.5, another group came in. So it doesn't mean exactly that if the line moves a little bit, the value's gone. But in a lot of cases, that will be the situation. Georgia Southern also decide at -8, -8.5. Game 357, James Madison +8.5, +8, +7.5. They like that James Madison side. And under 60.5. Game under it. Iowa Rutgers under 35.5, under 35. Miami, Ohio Northwestern under 52.5, 51.5, under 50.5, under 50. Yes, of course I bet that one as well. Wyoming, BYU under 51.5. Drop down to Stanford, Washington, over 62.5. Notice the narrative, totals, totals, totals. The goal is to win money, and realize they're going to take 100,000 on the side, 10,000 on the total. Why? More variance, less confidence for the books. You want to beat them where they're softest. You don't want to beat them on Sunday morning in NFL because you can't. They're willing to take $100,000 over the phone. Believe me, they have confidence in those numbers. On Louisiana Tech, South Alabama, over 58. Multiple groups bet that one. We're going to drop down to TCU, SMU. Here's a side. TCU -1. TCU money line slightly and over 69.5. Rice, Houston, game 405, under 53.5. Two sides coming up. Western Kentucky -30, 30.5, and 31. And UNLV -2.5, money line, and -3 at even money. So now you have a lot of information there. I don't just want to leave you hanging. Obviously, you want to know a couple of the sides that I'm on. I'll give you them real quickly. Can't give them all to you, but we have a lot more volume coming in between now and Saturday. My subscribers won't mind. I did go under the 54 on Friday with Virginia, Syracuse. I did go under the 53 in Northern Illinois and Kentucky. Pass that on to subscribers. I did go under 35 on Iowa, Rutgers. I did go under 50 on Miami, Northwestern. And I did go Western Kentucky -30.5. I went UNLV -2.5, even laid -115 for that privilege. So you know a lot of the sides of the steam that I still thought there was more than enough value to pass on the subscribers. That took a long time to learn how to do. It's hard enough to learn to win for yourself, but the win for someone else is a whole other animal altogether. Now you know where I'm at as far as college football goes as of Thursday morning. A lot of time between now and Saturday, whether you follow or fade. Just hope you cash them, don't trash them, baby.